Hey, stranger.
Look what I got for you.
Oh, you got them done.
Got the test boards back. Thought they turned out really good.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. I think that's the green light for this project, huh?
I think so.
All right, so welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a few weeks. Christy Miller, Oak Hill Millworks.
Hey, guys.
Our partner in crime.
Yeah.
And we get to have her back again today to make some sawdust. So we got a neat little project.
Okay.
Compared to some of our others, simple. We're taking #2 carpet grade stair treads,
Okay.
manufactured here at Baird's, right? And we're gonna turn them into some meat cheese boards for an upcoming event.
Nice.
And we're gonna have fun. Real simple. They come with a bullnose. We're gonna make that disappear
Okay.
via the table saw.
Yep.
Then you're gonna get busy on the miter saw. You're gonna cut to some lengths. We're gonna address the edges. We're gonna bring them back to the workbench, and we're gonna do a little bit of routing on them, clean them up, decorate, soften the edges. And the important thing is we're gonna be making sawdust, so we're having fun.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get going.
All right, so we got our first stair tread. We have our fence already set on the table saw, and what we're gonna do is simply rip off this rounded over nose part and get them ready to cut down to width on the miter saw after that.
Let's push some through. Okay, Christy, what's next?
Well, we just got done ripping these down to width on the table saw, so I think it's time to pretty much get to chopping where we laid out our lines.
You know, we were looking at some of these blanks, and rustic was okay, but big voids, we were gonna try and avoid voids.
You did it.
I did it.
You did it.
I didn't mean to do that. But we're gonna cut around some of that stuff, right? So we're using 14, 16, 20, and 24-inch measurements.
Yeah.
So we went ahead and transferred those lines after looking at the stock we had to work with. Some of the character we're gonna leave in. By the time we're done sanding and oiling, they'll be beautiful.
Yeah.
So how about I'll feed you over at the miter saw,
Okay.
and I'll keep you in stock. You be careful on the saw, safety glasses down, and we'll be ready to go.
Sounds good.
Okay, so the nature of this project, we're not working to precision cut lines. So if we're splitting a line or one side of the line, it doesn't matter.
Right.
For the end product, these are gonna be fine.
It looks good.
I'll trade you.
Okay.
Okay, you made quick work of that, Christy. Everything's cut to length. We're gonna touch that saw cut end with 120
120 should
paper
do
or
it.
something on the Orbital, and get those cleaned up. Then we'll jump ahead to the next step and put a nice little softened decorative edge on these things, okay?
Let's get sanding. All right, guys, so we are in the sanding stage of the project now, right, Steve? We are going to hit this with a 120 grit first. The lower the number, the higher the grit, which means if you need to remove more material, you're gonna start with a lower grit number. So we're gonna start with 120. It's really important to work your way up through the grits. That means going 120, 150, 180 to roughly 220. That gives you a really nice smooth finish. And here's a really great tip. If you have a pencil in your shop, make a nice little line across the board you're working on, and when you're sanding, that pencil line will disappear. And when it disappears, you know you're ready to move on to your next level grit.
Once we go over this with 120, we're liable to get a dab of oil on our finger and wipe it. And as long as we don't have the orbital circular sanding marks, we're gold.
Right.
If we see that and we decide we can take it one step further, we might jump to a 180 or a 200, 220.
Yeah, so I say let's start with 120 and see how it looks.
Okay. All right, Christy, we're to the point of putting an edge on these. Cut them to length, scared them with a little sandpaper, a light sanding.
Yep.
We did a little test run with the router. We came up with a 45-degree chamfer, probably about an 1/8 inch on the bevel portion of the chamfer, and it satisfied you, so God knows everybody will be happy with it. And you're gonna make some sawdust. You've got about 25 boards to route.
I better get busy. I think that is really nice.
Yeah, it's just taking the sharpness off that edge. How do you like that router?
I like that this is an extra wide base plate, so it's easier to keep it flat on your project.
And it seems like it has plenty of power to handle that bit on a nice one-pass application, so.
Almost ready for oil.
All right, Christy, that part's behind us.
Yep, just got done putting this nice edge profile on.
I say you back your car up to the door, load them up and take them to New Brighton, Oak Hill Millworks shop, and leave that epilogue do its thing.
Yeah, we're gonna get a nice custom engraving on these boards for you guys, and I think it's gonna look really good.
It's been fun. Thanks again. Christy, did you bring the boards back?
Yeah, check them out.
Oh, they look fantastic, huh?
Yeah, I got them all engraved back in my shop on the laser. Looking good, just doing a little light sanding. I thought that would be good before we oil them up.
Scuff them up a little bit, get the natural hand oils off of them.
This is the best part. When you put the oil on, the grain pops. I think this one's ready.
You want to start with that maple one?
Yeah, let's do it. So we got a food grade mineral oil here, Howard's Butcher Block. Can't go wrong with this stuff. Look at it though, look at the green pop. You can see the figure come out.
The wood is going to take its time and it's going to absorb that oil to where we might come back in an hour or two and it'll almost appear dry where you want to go back over it with another light coat. But it is very important on any meat cheese boards like this or cutting boards you have at home, or even your center island workstation with a wood top on it. Whatever you do to the top, you do to the sides and the bottom. And that keeps balance in the wood. If it's going to pick up any moisture, or if it's going to try and expel any moisture, it will do it at a balanced rate from both sides of the product, whatever it may be. Yeah, and you can see that's starting to absorb and show some dry spots already. So typically you would just take that, lean it against the wall along the shop here somewhere, and then when you come back with another clean cloth, just give it a slight buffing, and voila, it's ready to go into service.
I think they look really good.
Let's see what this guy does. So you hit the maple. Now this is the white oak. That really brings that white oak to life. And that's all you're trying to do is get a consistent, even coat on it, leave it absorb, and then work in the balance across the face of the board and the edges and the back. That's gonna make a beautiful,
That looks good.
beautiful board. And when we started this project in the shop, we decided we were gonna leave some of the character in it. So we left some of the tighter knots, a lot of the natural color variation. That was our intent. What really comes to life is that beautiful little personalized engraving you did down on the corner. Now it really has a background and some depth.
That's really special.
What do you think?
This has been a fun one.
And useful. I don't know, what do we end up with? 25, 28 of them?
Yep.
That is gonna be a nice meat cheese board for whatever event these folks are using them for.
Thanks for having me.
This was an easy one.
Yeah, it looks really good.
We did some work, we made some sawdust, but it was fun. What are we gonna do next?
You'll have to stay tuned for another episode of Build It With Baird. Check out bairdbrothers.com or oakhillmillworks.com to get to know us behind the scenes. Stay tuned.
Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. See you next time.